Hello guys, welcome to another session of learning with prep class. I am BC and I am a prep class tutor. In this video, I'll be solving questions 41 to 45 of the AKWA Pre-Vocational Studies Agricultural Science for the year 2016. Have you subscribed to this channel? If you haven't done so, do that right now to get access to more videos like this. Thank you. Okay, so the first question is question 41. Bulldozer is used for the following farm activities except A. Bush clearing, B. Falling of trees, C. Pulling of farm implements, D. Stomping of tree trunks. Okay, so what is a bulldozer? A bulldozer is a large motorized machine that is used for different farm activities such as bush clearing, falling of trees, and stomping of tree trunks. Okay, but it is not used for pulling farm implements. It's a tractor that is used for pulling farm implements. Okay, so the correct option here is pulling of farm implements. Bulldozer is not used for pulling of farm implements. Okay, so the next question is question 42. The farming system where deep-rooted crops are followed by shallow-rooted crops on the same piece of land is known as A. Mixed cropping, B. Crop rotation, C. Monoculture, D. Shifting cultivation. So for us to be able to choose the correct option, we need to know the meaning of each of these options. Okay, so the first one is mixed cropping. What is mixed cropping? So mixed cropping is a type of agriculture that involves planting two or more plants simultaneously, that is at the same time in the same field. For example, planting both millet and cowpea on the same farmland. Okay, so crop rotation is the second option. This is a process of growing different crops in succession, that is one after the other, on a piece of land in a specific period of time. Okay, so an example is growing cotton this year, the next year growing groundnut. Okay, so there are many principles of crop rotation. One of the principles of crop rotation is that deep-rooted crops should be succeeded by shallow-rooted crops. So this means that when you grow deep-rooted crops, the next time you want to plant, you plant shallow-rooted crops. That is, deep-rooted crops should be followed by shallow-rooted crops. So crop rotation is the answer here. But before we go ahead to choose the option, let's find out the meaning of the remaining options. Okay, so monoculture is the agricultural practice of growing a single crop, plant, or livestock species, variety, or breed in a field or farming system at a time. So the growing of just one crop or one plant or the rearing of just one livestock species, variety, or breed in a field is monoculture. Okay, then shifting cultivation. This is a system of cultivation in which a plot of land is cleared and cultivated for a short period of time, then abandoned and allowed to revert to producing its normal vegetation while the cultivator moves on to another plot. Okay, so when a piece of land is cultivated for some time and then abandoned for it to get back to its normal vegetation, and then the cultivator moves on to another land. Okay, so that is shifting cultivation. Okay, so the correct option here is crop rotation. So crop rotation is growing of crops in succession, that is one after the other. And one of the principles states that deep-rooted crops should be followed by shallow-rooted crops. Okay, so the correct option is option B, crop rotation. Check. Question 43. Fish and fish products are sources of dash to a man. A. Mineral, B. Water, C. Protein, D. Carbohydrates. Okay, so fish and fish products are sources of protein to a man. Okay, so fish are sources of protein. They contain a lot of amino acids. They are also sources of vitamins such as vitamin D and vitamin B2. Okay, but they are main sources of protein. Okay, so the correct option is C, protein. Fish and fish products are sources of protein to a man. Okay, so the next question is question 44. Which of these methods is not for harvesting fish? A. Basket, B. Chemical, C. Hook and line, D, net. Okay, so basket can be used to harvest fish, maybe from a very small pond. So hook and line is also used to harvest fish. Net can also be used to harvest fish. Fishermen cast nets into the sea to get fishes. Okay, but chemical is not a method for harvesting fish. Fishermen do not use chemicals to harvest fish. Okay, so the correct option here is B, chemical. So which of these methods is not for harvesting fish? Chemical is not used for harvesting fish. Okay, so the last question, question 45. Which of the following is not a management practice in animal husbandry? A, culling. B, debeaking. C, deworming. D, thinning. Okay, so for us to be able to find out the correct option, we need to know the meaning of animal husbandry, and then we need to know the meaning of all of these options to know which of them is not practiced in animal husbandry. Okay, so what is animal husbandry? Animal husbandry is a branch of agriculture that is concerned with the rearing and keeping of livestock, that is, animals that are raised for meat, fiber, milk, eggs, and other products. Okay, so the first option is culling. So culling is the separation of animals from a herd because of age, barrenness, illness, or serious physical defect. Okay, so this is a practice in animal husbandry. Okay, so what about debeaking? So debeaking is also known as beak trimming. So this is the act of reducing the length of the beak of poultry birds. Beak trimming is a preventive measure to reduce damage caused by injurious pecking, such as cannibalism and feather pecking. So cannibalism is the act of one individual of poultry consuming another individual as food, while feather pecking occurs when a bird repeatedly pecks the feather of another bird with the use of its beaks. Okay, so this is why beak trimming is done, okay, to prevent cannibalism and feather pecking. Depicking is a practice in animal husbandry. Okay, so what about deworming? Deworming is the giving of an anthelmintic drug to a human or animal to rid them of helminth parasites such as roundworm, flukes, and tapeworm. So this means that deworming is a practice in animal husbandry. Then the last one is thinning. Thinning is the removal of some plants or part of plants to make room for the growth of others. Okay, so this means that this is not a practice in animal husbandry. Okay, so this has to do with plants, not animals. Okay, so the correct option is option D, thinning. Which of the following is not a management practice in animal husbandry? Thinning is not a management practice in animal husbandry. Culling, debeaking, and deworming are all practices in animal husbandry, but thinning is not a practice in animal husbandry. Okay, so the correct option is D, thinning. Check. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're able to learn a lot. Please don't forget to like and comment on this video. Also, subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this. Till I come your way next time. Bye.